What is going on, AFC East Roundtable? We are here live with the 4 members of the AFC East Roundtable. Let's freaking go. Tyson, how you doing, bro?
I'm good, man. I'm good. Like I said,
Wish you were
people
here
that
with
know
us.
me. Yeah, unfortunately, I couldn't make it. I have some personal issues going on. I appreciate everybody, saying well wishes to me and everything like that. But like I said, man, I just got to keep moving forward and stuff like that. And you know what I'm saying. So, like I said, I'm doing good. It was a great Super Bowl for everybody that watched. I'm here to talk about some football. And like I said, hopefully in the future I can, join you guys again. So, but I really wanted to get on here for one last show for the off season. So,
absolutely, I definitely want to get your thoughts of that Super Bowl, which we will be talking about as the show goes on. How about you, TD? How you feeling right now?
I'm feeling great, man. I've been thinking about Tyson because when the Chiefs won, I was like, I wonder what he's thinking about this whole Mahomes thing. I wonder how he's feeling about it. But yeah, man, we're gonna get into that. But I'm excited to have the show. Shout out to the chat. Shout out to everybody watching right now. Make sure you punch that like button. Let's go.
Let's go. How about you, Dan?
This Miami Dan is in full effect.
Yeah, I mean, he puts the shades on. This guy's
Miami Dan. No. It's been cool. I've been up since 4 a.m. this morning. I'm fucking exhausted. But you know what? It doesn't matter because I'm excited to talk a little bit of football. All right. I am certainly excited to talk a little bit of football. And you know what? I'm going to reserve, right? I am convinced that there's going to be a 10-year gap between the next Patrick Mahomes Super Bowl. Because I'm looking at Tom Brady, right? He won his first 3 10 years before the next one. I think that's what we're expecting.
That's
history is repeating itself.
That's what you're hopeful for, because the Mahomes is still standing your way of winning the Super Bowl.
He's standing everyone's way, man.
Yeah, it's true.
And so he just gets to us last, man, where it hurts the most. You know, I mean, he's
true.
Just like, yeah.
The offseason is officially here, though, because this is now the official. I mean, I've been in off-season mode. I know you as well, Tyson, since, end of the regular season. TD was right behind us, you know what I mean? Getting bounced as usual in the first round. So you've been in off-season mode. But from an NFL standpoint, we're officially in the off-season. So before we go into off-season talk, I definitely want to get your thoughts, Tyson, of the Super Bowl and what you took away from it the most and your overall thoughts of the game.
Yeah, so it was a really great Super Bowl. Not the first half. The first half was terrible. I blame Kyle Shanahan and Kyle Shanahan alone. And it's actually kind of disgraceful that he fired Steve Wilkes, the defensive coordinator, after one season, when honestly the defense was the biggest part of why the 49ers were successful, especially in the Super Bowl. At the end of the day, you just have to tip your cap to the Kansas City Chiefs. They are now a dynasty officially. Mahomes is now, he's marking his territory on this game. And, you can say Greenlaw tearing his Achilles. You can say that the muff punt missed extra point. But at the end of the day, man, if I look back at what the Patriots dynasty did during their early run, they had a lot of bounces. The tuck rule, Vinatieri's kick in the snow. They had a lot of lucky bounces too. And dynasties are built on a lot of stuff like that. So at the end of the day, you just have to tip your cap to the Kansas City Chiefs, as much as I don't want to. I think the biggest mistake they made outside of just not giving the ball to CMC down the stretch was they did not defer the overtime coin toss. A lot of their players didn't even know the overtime rules, which is actually just, I don't understand how you couldn't, how this wasn't explained. Hell, the referee explained it right when the overtime started, the overtime rules, and how you didn't know that each team will possess the ball and a chance to score a touchdown. I think Shanahan would have been better off just deferring it, let Mahomes get the ball first. I know the defense was gassed, but let Mahomes get the ball first, and then you have a chance to see whatever you do defensively to counter it. I think the fact that they also went for a field goal in that overtime, I don't understand why they didn't go for it, because at the end of the day, you're still going to give the Mahomes ball back. It's not like there's 7 minutes left on the clock and you have to stop them from scoring in 7 minutes. Hell, we could have went to 4 overtimes as long as the Chiefs still had the possession. You're giving Mahomes 4 downs to get 10 yards. I don't understand the coaching decision behind that move. I really do believe that the Chiefs, they did get lucky, but the 49ers, they did everything they could do not to lose the game rather than just go out and win the game. And I think they got scared. You can see it on their players' faces. Kyle Shanahan, you can see it on his face. This is the second 10-point lead they've blown against the Chiefs in the Super Bowl. It's unacceptable to me. But as far as the dynasty goes, I do believe, I think Dan is right. I think they're going to have to, the NFL is going to have to find a new script to bring new viewers in. The whole Taylor Swift, Travis Kelce, Mahomes era, they're going to continuously be great. They're going to continuously be in a position to win the Super Bowl. But I don't think that the NFL is going to allow them to continuously win, because fans are already starting to get tired of it, just like they were tired with the Patriots. So from a script standpoint, I can see them going on a little drought. Kelsey's going to retire eventually. Andy Reid's not going to coach forever. But Tops, like I said, I tip my cap to them, man. It's hard to do what they've done. 3 Super Bowl wins in 5 years. The last thing I want to say is, I notice a lot of people want to bring up the Tom Brady and Mahomes discussion now. Prisoner of the moment. Mahomes said it after the game that it's going to be tough for him to pass him, based on the fact that he lost already a Super Bowl to him. He lost the AFC Championship game to him, so that's always going to be held against him going forward. But I hate that it's even a debate. Not that I'm pro Brady, it's just that who cares? At the end of the day, does it really even matter? It's a team. It's a team sport, and the Chiefs weren't the best team this season, but when it mattered the most, they showed up and they had the experience to get it done again. And the NFL should be very scared, because they did it on a year where Mahomes was throwing to a bunch of 3s and 4s. Wait till now they have some cap space, and they're continuously restructuring Mahomes' contract to where now you're going to be able to bring in weapons for Mahomes. He's not going to have this type of year again next year and the year after that, to where he's not going to be throwing to a number 1. They're going to give him a number 1 receiver, and they're very good at drafting. Look at how they drafted Trent McDuffie. You know, that was a huge trade in the Tyreek Hill trade, that they got Trent McDuffie, who's an up and coming, one of the best. He's an
Chiefs won that trade.
So they most definitely won that trade. And now Mahomes has 2 rings without Tyreek. That's something to be said about that. So
Kadarius Toney has more rings than
Tyreek. I can point laugh at you now in person. I love it.
It's really hard to come up with an excuse now as to make an excuse as to how the Chiefs keep doing it. At the end of the day, it starts with the quarterback and it starts with the coach. And until I can see another franchise or another team combine those two together, yeah, you might have the quarterback, but you don't have the coach. You might have the coach, but you don't have the quarterback. And until you can combine those two, I don't see any team at this very moment surpassing the Chiefs or to pick against the Chiefs going forward.
Yeah, if you're still betting against the Chiefs, I mean, I don't know what else you need to see besides what we saw this past year. And we got a big super chat from Snacking95 to start things off. Thank you so much for the super chat. This means a lot to the channel, my man. I want to kick things off with a question to you all. Brady is the undisputed GOAT as far as I'm concerned, but if Mahomes and the Chiefs get the three-peat, is there a legit argument to be made for Brady versus Mahomes? So Tyson already just alluded to his thoughts of the Brady versus Mahomes GOAT debate, and Tyson did allude to, Mahomes said it himself, that it's going to be hard for him to compare himself to Tom Brady because he simply lost to Tom Brady, not only in the Super Bowl, but also in the AFC Championship game when Brady was over there in New England. So, TD, I'll kick it over to you. What does Mahomes need to do to really surpass Tom Brady?
Do what he did 2 more times.
That's it? Because Brady has 8.
Yeah, he's going to need 9.
7.
Well, he's going to need 9. Mahomes is going to need 9. He's going to need to not wait 10 years to get the next one. He's going to need to make sure that he gets his numbers back up too. That's another thing. You know, he had a down year statistically. He has to get that back to prominence on a consistent basis as well. Every year doesn't have to be great, but again, he's chasing Brady. Brady's already cemented. If Patrick Mahomes doubles what he already did, it's still lower than Brady. It's still. So people don't realize how far away he is, even though the start puts him on the trajectory to pass him. It's still a long way to go, man. You have to play a full career just to even be in the conversation. And I'm going to be honest with you. I really just think that the talking heads and the media and stuff are trying to make it closer because it's a conversation. At the end of the day, this is just going to be content for 15 years because even if he doubles it, some people will be making the argument that he is better all time than Brady, but it's just to be a talking point. At the end of the day, you got to get more because you lost head to head. And Mahomes said it himself. He said it out of his own mouth that, he lost to Brady. So he has to do a lot more. So at the end of the day, he's far away, man. It's not even close right now.
So Dan, if Mahomes does, go on.
I'm sorry. Well, we never got to see Jordan versus LeBron, right? Because that's a huge debate. We actually got to see the Jordan and LeBron of the NFL go head to head. When Mahomes had all the weapons, like he had Tyreek Hill, he had Travis Kelce. They were heavy. People don't understand this. People want to make the excuse for the offensive line, but if you look back before the Super Bowl happened, the Chiefs was heavy favorites going into that game. Everybody picked the Chiefs knowing that the Chiefs were still missing those 4 of the 5 offensive linemen because of how the Chiefs performed in the regular season. They beat Brady in the regular season that year and just how unstoppable that offense was. And for Brady to be – now he was underdogs in the AFC Championship game too, going into Mahomes' house, and he did it. So, and if you look at Brady's early part of his career when he won the 3 rings – he was throwing to Troy Brown, David Patton, and Wiggins. He didn't have a Hall of Fame tight end. He didn't have a Hall of Fame receiver. Belichick wasn't Belichick then, So it's different to the fact that Mahomes started off his career with a heavy loaded weaponry, right? Because that Alex Smith-led Chiefs team made the playoffs and won playoff games. Brady and the Patriots, they started off from nothing. Nobody knew what the Patriots were going to be. So it's kind of weird because I think it's going to end up like this, to where Mahomes is going to have all these weapons and because eventually he's going to have to prove that he can win without Andy Reid because Brady won without Belichick, right? Brady's won without Gronkowski. Can Mahomes win without Kelce? So there's certain trajectories that is happening that Mahomes is going to have to overcome. The only way, to be honest with you, I don't think he can, just because of the longevity. And the way he plays the game is completely different than the way Tom Brady played the game. When Brady had 3 Hall of Fame careers, he played in the era in the NFL in the early dynasty, to where you were allowed to hit the quarterback late. You were allowed to go over the middle and hit your receivers. Look at some of the hits that Brady took early in his career. It wasn't until 2007, until he got Randy Moss and Wes Welker, that he was able to put up the stats that he put up in 2007, 50 touchdown passes, right? So when Brady got the weapons, that's when the stats came. So it's going to be a really interesting debate going forward. But to me personally, obviously, as a Patriots fan, you can't say you're better than somebody if you can't beat them head to head when it matters. You just can't do it. Because if somehow we could see LeBron versus Jordan 1-on-1, like in their prime, in the prime of their careers, then that's the GOAT. That's the GOAT. Yeah.
In the Mahomes Brady thing, you're 100% correct. It just can't be a fair it is a fair comparison because they played each other in the same position. See, even that LeBron Jordan argument, they're not even the same position to compare their career. You want to compare LeBron? Somebody said it recently. You compare him to Magic Johnson. They did the same thing. You want to compare Jordan. You want to do it Kobe and guys like that.
Mm-hmm.
So when you talk about their career, a point guard's numbers are highly likely to be different than a shooting guard or a small forward.
LeBron's not a point guard.
But LeBron has played a point guard position primarily. Yeah,
point forward. But I mean, we're going to talk basketball.
But it's still not the same as what Jordan is.
I hate crossing sports. I hate crossing sports. It's so stupid to me.
Yeah.
I'd rather just stick it with it just in the football context.
See, my thing is that like what made Brady the greatest of all time is that all the critics eventually ran out of real estate to move the goalposts. Like it literally ended up falling off of a cliff. It was the whole, okay, he's a system guy. He's with Belichick. And then he ended up leaving and winning with a new head coach. And then he has proven that he can win with a bunch of nobodies like on this team, which Mahomes has also proven as well. In order for Patrick Mahomes to truly, well, I mean, right now, I would say that it's getting to a point where if somebody were to bring it up saying, hey, Pat Mahomes is better than Tom Brady, it's getting to that point where I'm not going to laugh you out of the room. Say, for example, it was last year, like, and he only had 2 rings, then yeah, for sure. But now it's finally getting to that point where, like, you're not going to be laughed out of the room. You're wrong still, but still right to that point by itself. What Mahomes needs to do is that he essentially needs to follow that exact same form. Okay? He needs to prove to us, and first off, he's already proven that he can win with a bunch of nobodies. He's done it 2 years in a row. Okay? Once Travis Kelce retires, once he moves on from Andy Reid, or once Andy Reid decides to retire, I think Pat Mahomes is either going to need to win 8 Super Bowls or he's going to have to win 2 more, but with a different head coach.
And the question of this super chat was, what if he wins next year? Isn't that the first three-peat ever?
It is in NFL history.
That would be the first.
That'll definitely kind of like add some steam to the discussion. Glenn, of course, one of the best Patreon members of the AFC's Roundtable with a super chat. Do not forget that Mahomes still has to go through his injury seasons. I don't wish injury on players, but every QB has season-ending injury. I mean, what made Tom Brady so great is a longevity as well. I know he did have an injury or two, Tom Brady's career.
2008 that I recall.
He was
2008 when he tore his ACL
at Castle, right?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it was just 1 year. It was just 1 year where he didn't end up playing.
Yeah, that's
that. In my opinion, what's going to make or break the Mahomes and Brady conversation is we can't talk about it right now. It's going to be the longevity of Mahomes. Like, can he play at this level for 10 and 15 more years? Because that's what made Tom Brady so great, is he was literally the best quarterback in the NFL when he was 45 years old. Like, when are we ever going to see that again? So I don't know that question. And I think that's the only thing the
one thing that's going to work.
Time will tell.
One thing that's going to work against Mahomes and a lot of these quarterbacks in this generation is their athletic ability. The older they get, will eventually fade. So
now,
but here's out. Yeah, go ahead.
My bad. Here's the thing on that athletic ability piece. Did you grow as a quarterback while you were using your legs? You know, and not many of them do. That's why they phase out. But some of these guys grow as they get older and actually become good readers of the defense and they settle in. So it's a matter of all these mobile quarterbacks. Let me say this. Mahomes ain't a great processor. He's not like out there going progressions and all of that stuff. He's not. That is a miss. Well, a lot of people actually agree with that. When I watch Mahomes film, he's not processing the film. Mahomes has intuitiveness where he can hike the ball and he just feels everything out. Like, who open? Like, really, that backdoor football. He may have a first read and a target and stuff.
You don't think Mahomes has ever in his career been able to go to the line of scrimmage, recognize the defense, check to new play, Travis Kelce, we're on the same page, quick pass to him?
Yeah.
I mean, I feel like
he can do that.
Seem like he's not good.
No, he's elite at that. But what I'm talking about, I'm talking about post snap. I'm talking about
like Brady or Manning. Peyton Manning was a master.
I'm talking about post-snap reads. Yeah. This is why he has to escape the pocket a lot and make improvisational throws, because a lot of times the read is there, he's just not reading it. Mahomes has a lot of wide open people on the field a lot of times that he's not seeing too. The only difference is when he extend the play, it may not even be the guy who should have been open, he should have hit. It may be another guy that comes open. But trust me, when it comes to post-snap reading, Mahomes is not one of the elite guys in that, but you'll never notice nor care because he still makes the play.
It's the amazing plays that he makes. Masks it, you know? Just masks it.
Dan the man.
Dan the man, indeed. Tell you what, man.
This is like a new era, by the way, of Miami Dan. Like, look at him. He's on his phone. He's got sunglasses on. He's got a grin on. I think the TikTok success is getting in your head a little bit.
No, dude, not at all. I think I'm just getting to that point of delirium right now, man. I mean, I'm just kind of sitting around. I'm like, holy shit, I'm in Miami. I forgot I was in Miami for a second. I'm not gonna lie to you. Well, I don't know what it is, but no, listen. I mean, really, when it comes down into it, it's weird because we have seen the one-on-one. We haven't seen both of them in their prime together going up against each other. But at the end of the day, this is going to be controlling sports media for the longest time of who is better until Pat Mahomes retires or until he proves otherwise. If all of a sudden he starts laying an egg or he does go through some of those injury seasons, right? We will never know the answer. But let's just put it this way, right? If you really want to take that mantle, he's got a hell of a lot more work to do. And also remember that Travis Kelce, I mean, he's what, 34 years old? How many more years has he got?
Well, that's a great question. How many do you think, Tyson? Travis Kelce?
He probably has like 2 more years. As an
I mean,
elite
he's about
tight
to
end,
marry a
like-
billionaire, dude. So, I mean, he's about to marry a billionaire. I mean, if I was him, I'd hang it up.
And his brother,
I'm good.
And his brother's retired.
Don't
obviously,
make the Brady mistake.
Don't make the Brady mistake there, man. Don't drop that bag for sure. You know?
Hey, King Lowski says the $2. Here go TD. Lying again. Shake
my head.
Lowski, man.
King
Get
Lowski,
out of
we
here.
need you, bro.
Lowski, you got swept.
Oh, my.
Oh,
What does that have to do with anything?
We swept you because he ain't got no right to talk. You need to be quiet, man.
Yeah,
when
but-
you get swept,
What does that give you the right to lie?
What I lie about?
Stop lying to these people.
Man,
Stop lying to these people.
You're
man.
lying to these people, TD. What are you talking about?
crazy, man.
Just because you swept the Jets doesn't mean you have a right to lie on the mic. You know what I mean? I got you,
Swept
King
the
Lowski.
Patriots too.
You're my boy. Who swept the Patriots?
Us. See, it's what we do, Richie. I don't know nothing about that.
See, that's what the Dolphins hang the banner. They swept the Jets and the Patriots.
And week 8 MVP. That's
And
right.
That's it. And then they collapsed. Everything Dan and I were saying and Tyson was saying all season long happened. More mess at work than anybody else.
Oh,
And so he was shocked. He was shocked when it happened.
Yeah, Tyson couldn't believe it. Glenn
Like, that was
says,
onward.
what state is amazing is being 7 points down or more in playoffs as Mahomes is 9-2, and the next best player is Brady at 10-11. So
I don't think
That's
that's an
clutch.
impressive stat. I'll say this. Why you keep getting behind in the first place?
but it shows the clutch ability, doesn't it? Does it not?
Clutch ability.
Yeah, it does.
Yeah, I mean,
Is that a word?
clutch ability.
Is clutch ability a word?
It's not a word. It's 2 words with a space in between. It's not one word.
No, dude.
It's showing its
It's on
clutch.
Urban Dictionary.
Abil-
All right, so it must be a word.
Clutch ability is 2 words. What the heck?
Clutch ability. Okay, I didn't hear the pause. bro.
Yeah, you didn't hear the space.
I didn't hear
That's
the-
my apologies.
I didn't hear the space,
You,
man.
you guys ever
Linguistics.
linguistics? All right, we're in English class 101.
Some
Miami
linguistics.
Dan Mitchell. Glenn, thank you for the $5 super chat. We appreciate you. King
Thanks,
Lowski,
Glenn.
the fraud fish. Shaking my head. Oh, we're shaking that head. Guys, if you're just tuning in, do us a solid favor. It's officially the off. I got to remember to space out every single time I say a word so you guys know there's a space in between all of a sudden. But if you guys can do us a gigantic favor by simply smashing the like button, it's the off season for the AFC's roundtables. Obviously a little slower for the channel when we're in the off season. Not a lot of, Dolphins games to break down and 2-1 reads and the Jets losing because of this and all these different things. More speculation rather in the NFL draft coming up, mock drafts coming, you can expect. So if you guys can do us a solid favor, simply hit that like button. We would greatly, greatly appreciate that. And let's go. Let's get into the chat, ask more questions. We're going to get the Patreon members in here in just a bit. We're live here for an hour here on the AFC's Roundtable. But before we go any further, do got to give a big shout out to the official sportsbook sponsor of the AFC East Roundtable and Roundtable Sports for that matter throughout the rest of the season. Now, if you guys did not know by now, they are running a special promo that you guys can get 125% sign-up bonus on your first 3 deposits. Okay, your first 3 deposits. Usually it's just your first deposit. Now it's your first 3, but you got to use the promo code, all capitals, JOIN125. That is JOIN 125 to get your BetUS account opened. First 3 deposits. I mean, if you guys did not open up your account yet for the BetUS, I don't know what you're doing. Supporting the sponsors here on the channel is supporting the channel as a whole. So we got to give a big shout out to BetUS. Now, we went over the Super Bowl odds earlier today, so I want to go into somewhere else and get into I found this one very interesting. NFL specials. Justin Fields' next team by week 1.
Oh, you found him.
I've been looking all
Tyson, I want to get your thoughts about Justin Fields. Do you, according to BetUS, it's favorited for him to go to Pittsburgh with the Falcons right there, and the Patriots are the third most likely landing spot. What's your thoughts about Justin Fields' potential next destination?
So me personally, I would only want Justin Fields if we're getting Marvin Harrison, right? Because we need to have weapons around Justin Fields to be able to succeed. I like Justin Fields, man, but he was in the draft with Mac Jones, right? And there's no other quarterback in that draft class outside of number 1 pick Trevor Lawrence that is worth a damn. It would be a bad look to go after a quarterback who you, by the way, passed on because you had a chance to go trade up and get Justin Fields, and you elected not to. You elected to stand pat and draft Mac Jones. I don't want any quarterback from that draft class unless it's a Trevor Lawrence. I'm not really high on Justin Fields because I don't think he's a great passer. He's great mobile. He played great late in the season, but man, I just don't. If he couldn't succeed in Chicago, they had some weapons over there. They had DJ Moore. You know what I mean? If he couldn't succeed over there, I don't know why he would succeed over here. And we have less weapons than Chicago. And you're coming into a project that's in complete rebuild, in year 1 of a rebuild. I just don't think it would be smart for the Patriots to go out and trade a draft capital, which probably would warrant a 2nd-round pick.
And I don't even see the Miami Dolphins on here. I see TD talking about Justin Fields coming to the Dolphins. I mean, Dolphins fans all of a sudden, Tyson, I don't know if you're aware, they want Tua out of here.
He's not on there at all. They're not on there.
No, he's not on at all. That's a sleeper.
It's probably because they know that Tua's going to get that $50 million contract.
He's getting that bag, dude. Shout out to Tua, man. Good for him. I'm going to be really happy for him.
That's why the Miami Dolphins aren't on there.
Shout out to Tua Tagovailoa. I speak on behalf of all of Dolphins fans. Pay that man.
I gotta go.
Dude. Now
about to rob y'all blind, TD.
No. You know what's about to happen with New England? Y'all about to get robbed blind because y'all are gonna bring in Russell Wilson plus 3.
Hell, we are.
BetUS. Y'all the second best.
Hell, we are, dude.
Y'all gonna get Russell Wilson.
Listen, I wouldn't be opposed to it if that means we draft Jaden Daniels or Caleb Williams or Drake May to sit him for a season to learn underneath a veteran, because Russell Wilson's a really good veteran to learn behind. He's been in the league very long. That's the only way I would want him. I wouldn't want him to draft like a freaking Russell Wilson. Marvin Harrison and then go out and get Russell Wilson, because the next year's quarterback draft class, it ain't worth a shit. So we need a good veteran quarterback, and Jacoby Brissett, Russell Wilson. I would be okay with that because Mahomes sat in his first year. Brady didn't, like all these like great quarterbacks. Some of them didn't even play their first year. They got redshirted. So I would not be opposed to getting a Russell Wilson, and he's not going to be expensive either. He's going to be kind of cheap. So we'll see.
We will see. Now, one last time to show you guys the promotion that BetUS has. It's where a customer can receive 125% on their first 3 deposits over $100, but they must use the promo code JOIN125 as well, so you can receive a 10% on their net losses over the last 6 months if you maintain your account active with at least 1 bet a week of at least $5. They have an amazing new promotion at BetUS that you do not want to take for granted. Remember, use promo code JOIN125 plus a 10% gambler's insurance for your net losses if you're active every 6 months. So a big time shout out to BetUS for being the official sportsbook sponsor of Roundtable Sports, and here on this YouTube channel, the AFC East Roundtable. All right, baby. Shout out to BetUS.
Shout out.
Now we're going to get into some Patreon callers. We already have some Patreon callers backstage, and I think we're going to switch things up today where we'll bring them on as we go on. Maybe we won't wait till the end for all the Patreon callers. So if you do have a Patreon account, guys, go to the Patreon, click the link, and we're going to accept some callers as we go and progress throughout the show. we have a great usual caller. Oh, wait, we got a super chat first to get through. Thank you, Suzuki Gun, with a $20 super chat.
Thank you.
Suzuki, shout out, man. Dono hype in the chat for our guy, Suzuki. Who will win a Super Bowl first, Lamar, Allen, Purdy, or Hurts? My pick is Jalen Hurts. Wow. What do you have to say about this, TD? Who's winning the Super Bowl first? Lamar Jackson, Josh Allen, Brock Purdy, or Jalen Hurts?
Well, Josh Allen is impossible to win the Super Bowl. He played for the Bills. Jalen Hurts, his time is up. He had his shot. So it's between Lamar and Purdy.
Yep.
Hot take. None of them do.
That's a good one.
None of them, including Josh Allen?
Hot take. None of them do. Hey, listen.
What?
I'm just kidding. We're getting 3. But hot take.
Lamar.
Always put it up.
I gotta go with Lamar.
You say Lamar, Dan? Over Josh Allen?
No, I'll take Josh Allen.
Hey,
I'll take Josh Allen.
Never winning no
He's
Super
first.
Bowl.
Tyson, who you got? Who's winning one first, if any of them do?
I don't think any of them will ever win a Super Bowl, but if I had to pick one, it'd probably be Josh Allen, just because
Oh, man.
I've seen enough of Lamar Jackson at this point, man. And I've seen enough of, Purdy's, as long as Kyle Shanahan is the coach of the Niners, they're never winning. And the Eagles had their little run 2 years ago, and they completely regressed. And Jalen Hurts is not as good as I thought he was. So I would have to pick Josh Allen just based off of the talent. And he's going to be in the running every single year. So I would have to pick Josh Allen.
Now we'll see how good Hurts is next year without Jason Kelsey and the tush push as well.
Yeah, I mean, the one thing you do have to keep in consideration, Jalen Hurts and Brock Purdy, they've been to the dance. Josh Allen hasn't sniffed the dance in quite some time.
He sniffed it.
Yeah, he was right on
So we got a whiff.
I mean,
Yeah,
he
you
had
got
the
a
same whiff as Lamar Jackson.
You got some crop dust.
Yeah, I mean,
Never.
So we shall see, man. We shall see. But listen, man, out of these 4, I got Lamar. Maybe Brock, just because of the 49ers. This is tough. I mean, how can I say with a straight face the Bills, Dan?
Listen, Richie, I already knew your answer before. I knew that you weren't going with Josh.
Yeah, but at least the franchises of these teams have Super Bowl rings.
Yeah.
You know, like the Josh Allen.
All right.
Did you
trolling in person?
No, Dan, did you see that in Vegas, the Sphere? How they were having the rotation of all the Super Bowl rings in history?
Yeah.
They had the Jets ring on there.
Congratulations.
I couldn't believe it.
Must be nice.
Somebody actually commented on it, and they're like, Richie, where's the Bills one? I was like, oh, my goddamn Mitchell.
Man. Is what it is.
Hey, man, we got to do some trolls in person, too.
We got to.
It's part of the show, right?
We got to.
Bro, that Jets ring must look like a relic, bro. That shit look like fucking Lord of the Rings.
What was it made out of, bro?
When Schmeagol first fucking,
it was made out of a guarantee.
Schmeagol, that's the ring that freaking Frodo stole from Schmeagol in Lord of the Rings, bro. That's how old that motherfucker is.
Ancient. It's an antique.
And so the designer was paid in shekels.
It was a relic. Hey, man. You walk into one Jets drive, you see one singular Lombardi.
And you can tell the really old rings, like you can really tell the quality was so bad back then.
Yeah.
Even the Dolphins rings are just all washed up and faded.
Yeah.
That was great, man.
Yeah.
I had to do it, Dan, at least once, right?
Yeah, no, I get it.
All right, let's bring in some Patreon callers. The first one is the man, the myth, the legend. LaSalle, what's up, bro?
What's good, everybody? Buddy, hey, did I miss TD having to do the the last dab hot sauce thing?
Oh yeah, we didn't do that yet. We didn't do that.
Oh man, y'all,
Dude, we keep
y'all,
forgetting
bro.
that.
You gotta do that, bro.
That's crazy. I would never ever remember that too, bro, until probably next season.
You a snitch, LaSalle.
No, we're doing that.
Y'all should
tomorrow.
You're doing it.
Anybody in Miami? Anybody in Miami know who has the best hot?
The hottest wings in downtown.
I would just do the bomb. I would just do the bomb and then put it on a wing. That's the worst hot sauce in existence.
Tomorrow around noon. We'll do it.
I want to see y'all stream that shit. I can't wait to see that. Richie, you have to be the judge, bro. You better make sure those wings are hot, Richie.
Oh, I mean, that means I'm doing the challenge too.
We'll go live.
You don't have to do the challenge. You just taste it and just make sure it's the real deal.
Oh no, I won't.
So who do I order it from though?
Anybody in Miami have any recommendations?
I will have to say as well.
Hottest wings in
Hottest
Pastor
wings
Eric,
in
I'm glad you're
downtown
feeling
Miami.
better as well. I'm glad you're feeling better as well.
Oh,
Instead of the Super Bowl, I really wanted Purdy to win. I really did want Purdy to win. I didn't want to see Mahomes win another one. It just sucked that they didn't go for it on. They didn't like try to do defense first. 49ers. Even though it probably wouldn't even make a difference. To be completely honest.
A Vietnamese place. It's called Tom Tom.
Well, you're looking at the best wings. We need the hottest wings. Well, Lisselle, thank you for reminding us about this because now we're gonna have a lot of fun.
Apocalypse barbecue.
So
yeah, no.
Like a place called Apocalypse. has
Again.
wing.
Good luck,
What?
TD. Good luck, TD. You did this on
Get out of here,
You did this on yourself. You did this on
Lisselle, we appreciate you, bro.
Just fine.
Wow, bro. I can't believe Lisselle snitched on you like
Yeah,
that.
he
did.
That's crazy.
Dude,
I completely forgot about that too.
I forgot about it too, and I won that bet. I mean, you would
bet. You got.
I mean, you would. I mean, you would think that I would have remembered, or maybe I just have a soft
Did he
spot.
win? Didn't he say Josh Allen had to win the Super Bowl with it?
Definitely not.
Oh,
Definitely
it
not.
was,
I didn't.
who's got
No.
It was
You
who won
check
the
the
division.
receipts.
It was who won the division.
It was who won the division. It was. But you
All
know
right,
what,
we'll
TD?
order
This
them
isn't the
tomorrow.
first time that I've cut you some slack on a bet. All
We'll
right?
order them
I've cut you
tomorrow.
some slack
We'll
on a
do
bet
it.
in the history of
I'll live
Roundtable.
up to my bet.
I like that. I like that. I respect that on many levels.
Man, I love it. We got to do some more research. If there's anybody that knows the downtown area of Miami, we got to get him the wings. I mean, if anything, we can just go to a supermarket and find like a super hot sauce and then get naked wings or something like that. Put it on it. Epps with the $5. Master, do believe Reed and Kelsey will be closer to overtaking Belichick and Gronk?
No, they faced off in the Super Bowl, bro. Andy Reid Andy Reid and bro, we really seen that matchup. And the funny part is, is that Brady was on the back end of his career, bro. He was 1 foot in retirement when they beat Mahomes and Andy Reid. So, and we saw Gronkowski face Kelsey, and Gronkowski had 2 touchdowns in that game, and Kelsey had 0.
So my pushback to you, Tyson, is has Travis Kelce been able to test Gronk as the greatest tight end of all time?
No, because Gronk was a great blocker. People don't understand this about Gronkowski. He was not only was he a great playmaker, but he was a Hall of Fame blocker. Like Kelsey doesn't block. That's why he was bitching at Andy Reid during the Super Bowl for not having him out there. You know why? Because the motherfucker can't block. He's only out there when the ball is when the ball is going to be going to him, or he's on a route to where the ball will be going to him. So that's why, if you ever watch Kelsey, he can't block for shit because he doesn't know how to get down and dirty. He's a great tight end. Don't get me wrong. I think he's faster than Gronk. But bro, have you seen some of Gronk's highlight reels? It's ridiculous. Not just his ability to just make plays and just not get tackled. It's his blocking. That's the most underrated part of the game. And being a tight end, you're not just supposed to be a pass catcher. You're supposed to be able to block on the run too. So that's the entire point. You're lined up on the line as a tight end. So Kelsey, he's a Hall of Fame because of his numbers and what he was able to achieve over the course of his career. But Kelsey wasn't that great until Mahomes came around too, right? So, I mean, Gronkowski obviously was with Brady his entire career, and then Gronkowski took a year off and then came back and still was dominant with Brady. That's insane, right? He actually took a year off and came back. So Kelsey's number 2. There's no debating that. Kelsey is definitely the second best tight end in my book. But we'll see, man. I don't think they can do enough to surpass them.
Yeah, I think that's an interesting debate. I mean, you should feel honored. I mean, we're talking about a current team testing the goats of your franchise. Like, that's awesome. I wish I can be like, no, my quarterback's the best, or my tight end's the best, or my coach is the best. Must be nice. All right. Well, let's get into the next caller. Glenn is live.
What up, Glenn?
How y'all doing today? I've been watching
Good.
y'all's
Hope you're doing
off-season
well.
programs. I've been watching the off-season programs and stuff, like them, like the Huddle. Bad
Thank you.
name, but we'll go on from there. But
Is he not a fan of the Huddle?
I like the show. I don't like the name. Should have been Offsides.
Oh,
But
yeah,
y'all
you were
always
right.
running-
You were right.
Y'all
We did drop the
always
ball on
running
that one.
offsides from each other. Y'all
Yeah, we
always
did.
jumping offsides.
Yeah, you're right. We did miss the ball on that one.
But no, I watch it. I enjoy watching it. I watch your other content too. Watch the roundtables and stuff like that. Enjoy them. It's a long season. Hope more people get into them because there's more than just AFC. It's more about different things on the Huddle and stuff. Tyson, I was gonna get on you, but you came back tonight and you redeemed yourself from your video that you did about my homes. But I don't even know why people are even talking about it. It's so many years that he still has to go.
Yeah.
And
Mhm.
Mahomes has so much to do to even catch. Now what Tyson, what you were sounding like was what I was like in the 2000s and 2002s and 3s when Brady came along, and I said, oh no, there's no way Brady's better than Marino. Hell no, look what he has. Oh, he got better. Was making up excuses. But then I came to realize that it don't matter what Brady was better.
Mm-hmm.
Brady was better. So I don't want you to get that way like I was and stuff. So, but you have so long a way to even worry about Mahomes being better. Mahomes has a few stats that's better, but where Mahomes got Brady is that, man, when he runs that ball, he don't run. He does it when he needs to, when he has to, and he can run. But Brady still could read the field better than Mahomes. And he learned more of that as he got older and older too. Don't get me wrong, but
Yeah,
Brady got better when he got older. So I don't know, but every quarterback has gone through injury, and a lot of times that made Brady so great is after he got injury, he didn't miss a beat. Now the good thing is he didn't run. He didn't need his legs. He didn't use his legs, so he getting that ACL.
he did juke
whatever it is.
Urlacher. I don't know if people remember the play where he juked Brian Urlacher out of his shoes, Hall of Famer.
Oh yeah, but I'm saying he didn't have to use his legs and what I worry about is what happens when Mahomes gets really injuries. What would his career look like after? Because he will have one. I don't want to wish it upon anybody, but every quarterback gets a ending injury. Every one. Look through the history.
Mm-hmm.
And most of it's ACLs or the elbow thing, throwing the elbow or whatever, the baseball thing. But they get injured. But I do enjoy y'all's off season. The huddles I watch every day. I like your stuff. I keep up with you guys and stuff. Keep doing a good job, and I keep up and stuff.
Well, thank you for watching the huddle, even though you hate the name. That does mean a lot to me.
It means a lot to us. It should have been called offside. It's
a great show. It's a great show. It actually is. It's more
good.
than just about things. And this one is for TD.
Uh-huh.
I don't know why you have a man, bro, with Herbert or something. You have some kind of thing with Herbert.
He does love Herbert, man.
He's great, man.
Glenn, he can't get over the fact that you drafted Tua over him.
Hey, he can throw all those arms. He can have all those strength. He can have all that. But unlike Dan, a quarterback stat is winning and losing. And I don't care if you had defense. If you put Mahomes on that damn San Diego Charger team, they would have probably had a Super Bowl, even with that bad defense.
Stop.
Yeah, they would have. Don't even try that. Damn. Shoot.
I don't know. Honestly, Glenn,
I love it.
If you put Tua on the Jets, we would have won the Super Bowl this year.
Yeah, you probably would could have. I mean,
Yeah.
hey, your team just needed a quarterback that could underhand the ball 10 yards, and you probably would have went to the playoffs.
Yeah, man. Give me two. I'll take him.
You probably
Hey,
would.
Hey, Tua. See, everybody wants to get off of Tua, but they ain't telling me a better quarterback to replace him with. And don't say no Fields.
Dan's convinced it's Baker Mayfield.
Pat White.
Baker Mayfield. Man, it's
Baker
it's
Mayfield, baby. Take him back.
It's an odd year. Baker Mayfield don't fall off. Every odd years he falls off. Even years.
Yeah, no, that is true. He's a roller
Take him
coaster.
the year after.
Yeah. You get him the year after that. Yeah, y'all be good.
Yeah, not next year. He's falling off next year.
Well, Glenn, we appreciate all the support on all the other shows and Roundtable Sports in general. Glenn, we appreciate
enjoy this. I will keep watching this stuff. You guys have a good night.
Thank you, Glenn.
Peace.
You're the man.
Appreciate it.
Peace out, Glenn. Gotta love Glenn. Gotta love Glenn. Hangry Joe's, says Jonathan. I don't know what that means.
That's probably the place to get the spiciest wings in Miami. Angry Joe's. I was about to say because
y'all some snitches, man.
Angry Joe's.
Hot chicken wings.
Y'all complicit.
Where is this place too? Where's this place?
Yeah, that's Lascelles' fault, TD. He's the one who brought it up.
it's low key pretty close.
All right,
it's right down the street.
Low key pretty close.
Check out their website. They're open right now. We can get that. We can get dinner there. We can.
No. We ain't. Yeah, it's too late. It's too late. Let's let TD enjoy his dinner this evening.
Hangry Joe's. Hey man, I love me some chicken wings. I made some fire wings on the Super Bowl. Didi, what's up, everyone? Are y'all gonna play some basketball? I was in Miami around Christmas, and the food in Miami gotta try. I love the ball up. I cross up TD so fast.
Stop.
Come on,
Richie. Now. You can't ball, man.
What are you talking about?
Richie,
you just try to post me up.
Stop, Richie.
I'll size you up. You might post me. I'll size you up.
Richie, you can't beat me in basketball.
You kidding me?
All right, don't make me find a court.
Bro, we gotta find it out. I mean, we're in South Beach. There's got to be some courts
everywhere.
I know Dan's nice at basketball.
Oh, dude, butter, man. You know what I mean? You'll
Tyson,
never hear.
How much you watching the Celtics these days? You into the Celtics?
I'm not watching them until the playoffs. I keep track of their win-loss. As good as they are, man, they always find a way to choke when it matters. So they don't matter to me until the playoffs honestly start.
Yeah, like they're literally the best team in the league. You're right, every year. And
that don't mean I'm telling you, Richie, it doesn't mean anything, bro. It doesn't, man. I've seen this team choke year after year, and they haven't proven anything to me yet.
Have some faith in our team, Tyson.
Oh my
man,
God. The fact this guy's a Celtics.
Celtics talk coming soon, baby.
Oh my God. You know that he actually revealed, Tyson, I don't know if you know this, but he revealed TD revealed a story of how he became a Celtics fan, and he started as a Knicks fan.
I started as a Knicks player lover, Allen Houston and Latrell Sprewell, not a Knicks fan.
I mean, come on now, that's ridiculous. You became a Knicks fan, and you followed them, the players to Boston. Ugh, get out of here.
Hey, Celtics.
I was watching earlier today. I didn't watch all of it. I was watching TD on debate with
Omar Kelly.
Name Omar, bro. You were running circles around that fool, bro. You were running circles around him. I felt bad for Omar Kelly. I don't think Omar Kelly realizes, bro, how TD can literally troll you into oblivion.
Yeah, man.
What happened? Give us a rundown. I didn't see it. What happened?
No, it was just a podcast, man. They do a series. They're beat writers. They're our writers. So they have a show together, Alan Poupard and Omar Kelly, two of our better beat writers. But everybody wanted the show because he's kind of like a two-in-ear somewhat. And everybody wanted the show, so he put a vote up. But yeah, man, just had to bring the facts and give my thoughts.
Are y'all gonna be doing that show in the future soon, or is this like a one-off?
It was, for me, it was a one-off.
It was the most entertaining Dolphin show I've ever seen. And I've seen a lot of them.
A lot of people saying they need it
on the
again,
roundtable.
But I'll see
what
what
the Dolphins roundtable.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah.
Omar, man. Yeah. I thought I saw somebody on Dolphins Twitter send like a screenshot of like him like blocking that person. He was just like, "Oh, Dolphins Twitter isn't blocked by."
You should have played that clip in the stream where he called Tua a weirdo. The teammates look at him as a weirdo.
He said that?
Famous,
well, it was on their platform, so I didn't have much creative control. All I had was.
You ever get him on here? You should definitely do that.
Oh yeah,
That'd be hilarious.
But it was
I gotta watch that.
Bring them on our show, and then you have all the creative control. You got all the ammunition. I'm sure TD will entice you.
I'll see if they want to do something, and see, but they're busy, but we'll see.
Fun. Well, it looks like only 2 Patreon members are open to joining us tonight. Glenn and Lascelle, appreciate you too. If there's any other Patreon members, come on in. We're doing an hour show tonight, so we got just like 5 or 10 more minutes to go. MJ Strange with the $2. TD Omar, I enjoyed every bit of it. Apparently, this was must-see TV.
He's sunned Omar.
I know TD must have been up nights, bro, just doing his homework on everything he was talking about.
No, it's crazy, bro. I never prepared. I didn't get to prepare for it. I actually wanted to prepare, but I didn't get to prepare for it at all. I didn't have time, and there's so much more I wanted to talk about, but it's only an hour show, and it went for 106 for one of the first ones to go over. And it was still so much that we could have talked about because we talked about it before the show. But it's interesting. I got some insight from them. Yeah, they definitely are certain things they can't say.
So what YouTube channel is it on?
What's it called? The All Dolphins Podcast or something like that.
Go check it out, folks, and let in the comment section know where you came from.
Man, go read the comment section over there, man. Boy, you just see how many people hate me.
Oh boy,
man!
Hey, we need some TD love in that comment section.
Don't ever bring him back. Like people and they feeling like, I can't believe you would do this. Why would you bring
TD Finstock on?
I gotta watch that.
It's like they want to live in an echo chamber. Rather live in an echo chamber than somebody debate you and challenge you on your opinions. I don't understand how people can run a podcast like that, have a podcast to where you're just living in an echo chamber and the person across from you thinks the same way you do. I don't even know how that's entertaining, but
which is the beauty about what we built: 4 people who hate each other's teams. Look at that.
Well, let me say this to defend their podcast. Alan, the other guy, he actually disagrees with a lot of that stuff with Tua and all of that, but Omar has this little trick to himself, and I called it out on the show. He loves doing this. He'll agree with you just to pass the conversation. Like he'll be like, yeah, he can do this, and then y'all say he can't do that. Yeah, we'll acknowledge it, but he won't. He'll do that to move the conversation forward. Almost agree, but do it sarcastically, but still keep his stance that Tua is the guy. No,
this is must.
Yeah, I called a lot of.
We gotta go watch it, folks. Jonathan with the $5. We got to play ball since y'all in my city. By the way, Celtics and Knicks, how the dangerous rumors are creeping. # let's go Heat. Yeah, I mean, my Knicks just got to get healthy, bro. They're becoming they got the worst injury bug I've ever seen, and it's making me nuts.
New York Knicks never win the championship in the next 20 years.
Yeah. I mean, Jalen Brunson can Jalen Brunson stay healthy because he's a baller, man.
Bro,
they always have a baller that come up short at the end.
What do you mean we always have a baller? The Knicks have never had a baller in my entire life.
What, Jeremy Lin, bro?
Boston
Jeremy
in 4.
What about Lin Sanity?
Boston in 4.
Bro, you don't watch basketball enough to know that Jalen Brunson's the first superstar to be here.
Boston in 4. Swept.
I would love to even verse Boston in the playoffs because that means we advance to the Eastern Conference Finals.
Yeah,
so someone just said that Dan is a Travis fade.
And in the play-in.
Hey, you know what? We're not talking ball. If you guys want to hear my thoughts about the Knicks, I got a whole Knicks YouTube channel.
You got Knicks
Media.
Media.
We don't got to do that here.
TD Celtics talk coming soon, baby.
TD Celtics talks coming up. Oh, shit.
Ricardo Green. Hey, Richie, who's closer to a Super Bowl, Josh Allen or any Jets current quarterbacks? Yeah, that's what I thought. Well, Ricardo, the current Jets quarterback is a Super Bowl champion, actually. Something that Josh Allen isn't. So I don't know what this means. Yes, he did win it a long time ago, but at least he's been to the dance and won the dance. So he's got a Super Bowl pedigree. I'm talking Ricardo, not you, Dan. Sorry.
Aaron Rodgers is closer to a Super Bowl than Josh Allen.
I mean,
I will say that.
Hey, I mean, we haven't seen what this guy looks like with the Jets, so it's really hard to say that. But Ricardo, if this is the question, we're talking about an active player who is a Super Bowl champion, a Hall of Fame quarterback, who's at the end of his career, obviously. So I don't really understand that. But we appreciate the $5. And Ricardo, I do love your name, though. It's the same name as me. Appreciate it. Dan, I am noticing a lot of people are asking about your haircut.
Oh, yeah? All right. First off, someone says, yo, it's the Travis fade. Listen, y'all, I've had the same haircut for the past 4 years. Like, anytime I get a haircut, it's this one right here. You know what I mean? I appreciate y'all enjoying it. And don't tell me that it's the Travis fade. All right? He has the Dan fade.
Hey, I got the Travis fade. I'm just kidding.
Yeah,
I don't rock that stuff.
and shout out to my barber.
Shout out to Dan's barber.
Yep.
All right. Well, guys, don't forget to hit that like button. We're going to wrap things up. We want to do an hour show tonight. We're in Miami.
Because we hungry, bro. We're starving.
We're hangry. We haven't eaten in a minute. Anything you want to say, TD?
No, I'm good, man. Just excited about these wings tomorrow.
Sorry. Thank you, Lascelles, for reminding us.
Lascelles.
Dan, you good? Anything else you want to say?
I'll tell you what, guys. Listen, we always appreciate the continued support you show our way. And listen, man, we're here for a reason, and we're here to make sure that we plan one of the most entertaining seasons of all time. It's including off season. So thank you for all of your support, even during the off season. We love you.
We love you all. Tyson?
Yeah, so I just wanted to say, you know what I'm saying, I appreciate everybody for supporting the channel and definitely support, you know what I'm saying, my three friends over here, you know what I'm saying, as they do their Bet US stuff. I've been watching a lot of their stuff when I'm, you know what I'm saying, when I have time. But if this is my last show, I just want to say thank you to everybody. You know what I'm saying? Pray for me or whatever. I don't want to get into any personal details. People that know me know what's going on. So just want to say thank you to everybody, man. And it's been fun.
It's been fun, guys. And, you know, just show some love and show some prayers up for Tyson. And we're all here for him. And we're all together here with a family. We wish Tyson was with us in person. And I'm sure that we will be together one day doing a show, all four of us. I promise you that. So, Tyson, we appreciate you. We miss you. We wish you were here with us. And until next time, guys, anybody else? Any last words? We all good?
Peace.
Peace out, everybody.